Are you constantly exhausted, overwhelmed, and just trying to make it through the day? Do you feel like you're barely holding it together, waiting for the next break, yet when it comes, you still can't relax? If that sounds familiar, you might be stuck in survival mode. Survival mode isn't just about being busy, it's a state where your brain is focused on getting through, not thriving. It drains your energy, impacts your relationships, and keeps you in a cycle of stress and burnout. Today, we're going to go over 7 signs you're in survival mode, and most importantly, how to escape it so you can start living, not just surviving. What is survival mode? Survival mode is when your mind and body are in a prolonged state of stress, operating in fight or flight mode just to get through the day. Instead of being able to think long term or enjoy the moment, you're just getting by. It's exhausting because you're constantly waiting for the weekend or the next break, but when it comes, you can't truly enjoy it, and this takes a toll not just on you, but on those around you. So here are 7 signs you're in survival mode. Number 1, you snap easily. Small things that normally wouldn't bother you suddenly set you off. Someone leaves a dish in the sink, your phone dies, you spill your coffee, and suddenly you feel like you're about to explode. It's not just irritability, it's that your nervous system is overloaded. Your brain is already running at max capacity, and when you're stretched that thin, even minor stressors feel unbearable. And then what happens? Guilt. You think, why did I react that way? This wasn't such a big deal. Why did it feel so intense? You end up beating yourself up, feeling like you're failing at keeping it together. But this isn't about willpower. This is your body telling you that you're operating on fumes. Number 2, you're easily overwhelmed. If one more thing gets added to your plate, it feels like the final straw. An unexpected work email, a friend asking for a favor, a last-minute errand. Suddenly, you're on edge. You start dreading the simplest things because your mental load is already too heavy. This can show up in small ways too. Maybe you avoid opening emails because you don't want to deal with them, or you just push off making simple decisions because it's just too much. When your brain is stuck in survival mode, everything feels urgent and overwhelming. And when you live like this long enough, it starts to feel normal, but it's not. It's just your body trying to tell you that you need a reset. Number 3, you tune everyone out. People are talking to you, but you're not really hearing them. Conversations feel like background noise. You're not along, but don't always process what's being said. You have to ask people to repeat themselves because you weren't fully present. Even texts or calls feel like a chore to respond to. It's not that you don't care, it's that you don't have the energy to engage. Your mind is too occupied with just making it through the day, so everything else becomes too much effort. This creates distance in your relationships, and sometimes you don't even realize it's happening. Maybe your partner notices you're more distracted, or your friends stop reaching out as much. Survival mode isolates you, not because you wanted to, but because you just don't have the capacity to be present. Number 4, you're constantly exhausted. It doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you wake up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed. Survival mode keeps your body in a high stress state, which means even when you rest, your nervous system isn't fully relaxing. You sleep, but you wake up feeling unrested. You sit down to relax, but your mind is still racing. And no amount of coffee or energy drinks seem to help. This kind of exhaustion affects everything: your focus, your patience, your motivation. Even fun things feel tiring. Number 5, you've lost joy in activities you once loved. The things that used to make you happy now feel like a chore. When you're in survival mode, your brain prioritizes basic functioning over pleasure. This is why things that once excited you now feel empty or meaningless. This is one of the biggest red flags that you're not just stressed, you're burnt out. Number 6, you're constantly forgetting things. Your brain feels like a leaky bucket. You keep forgetting appointments, important dates, and what you're supposed to do next. This isn't just forgetfulness, it's cognitive overload. Your brain is so overwhelmed that it's struggling to hold on to information. Number 7, you feel stuck in a loop. Every day feels like a repeat of the last. Wake up exhausted, push through the day, crash at night, repeat. You keep waiting for things to slow down, but they never do. It feels like you're running on a treadmill that never stops. That's survival mode. It keeps you stuck. Okay, so how do you escape survival mode? Number 1, stop living in the I will be happy when trap. One of the biggest mental traps that keep people stuck in survival mode is the "I will be happy when" mindset. I will be happy when I get a raise. I will be happy when I lose weight. I will be happy when I finally have free time. I will be happy when I retire. The problem? That time never comes, because even when you reach one goal, your brain moves the finish line. You feel a brief moment of relief, but then you set another goal and fall right back into survival mode. So what should you do instead? Shift from goal-based living to values-based living. Instead of chasing happiness, focus on how you want to live right now. What kind of person do you want to be? What values do you want to embody? Some examples include kindness, playfulness, assertiveness, and diligence. If you focus on living by your values instead of only chasing results, you don't have to wait to be happy. You can start aligning with those values right now. And the best part is that you can always act on your values every single day. Every moment you have a choice, that choice shifts you out of waiting mode and into living mode. The second way to escape survival mode is by engaging in activities that are physically or mentally stimulating. When you're in survival mode, life starts to feel meaningless. To break free, you need to engage in activities that challenge you just a little bit. Instead of walking on a treadmill, add a slight incline. Instead of scrolling on social media, read an article about something outside of your comfort zone. These small mental and physical challenges help reignite engagement with the world and break the survival mode cycle. Now, if you like this video, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one.